Hello and welcome to At Your Service, where we are truly at your service. I am Noel.
I'm Casey Alexander.
And I'm Emerson Elledge. Today we are talking about accessibility and disabilities. What?
So, Casey, tell me, what does accessible mean?
Accessible means a person with a disability is afforded the opportunity to acquire the same information, engage in the same interactions, and enjoy the same services as a person without a disability equally, effectively in an integrative manner, with substantially equivalent ease of use. This includes websites, classroom technology, learning management systems, videos, and documents. Basically, I'm going to use a blind person as an example. If they can't see a video, they're provided with audio,
supplement.
Supplement. Or if you're deaf, then you get subtitles.
Yes.
Yep, and by that same token, accessible technology is technology that has been designed in a way so that it can be accessed by all users. This includes electronic documents, websites, software, hardware, video, audio, and other technologies. People who interact with technology are extremely diverse. They have a wide variety of characteristics, and we cannot assume that they're all using a traditional monitor for output or keyboard and mouse for output.
For example, most individuals who are blind use either audible output products called screen readers that read web content using synthesized speech, or tactile output, a refreshable braille device.
Which are actually pretty cool if you've ever seen one.
Yeah.
It's it's really cool how it works.
And individuals with learning disabilities such as dyslexia may also use audible output.
Yeah.
So why is this important? Well, to put it plainly, people are people.
So true.
Oh my God, amazing.
So
inclusion is important. The inclusion of people with disabilities into everyday activities that involves practices and policies designed to identify and remove barriers such as physical, communications, and attitudinal that hampers the individual's ability to have full participation in society. That's important.
yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
Because, they're just people like us. Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah.
you want to have the same opportunities as us, right? Mm-hmm. So, if you're a blind person and you can't read the actual letters of the alphabet because
You can't
of course not, then you'd want them to be able to read anyways so that they could still have a successful life and make it on their own. And I think that's really important. Yeah.
Yeah. Could you wait. Okay, so cut this out. But what if at the end of the video, have you seen that old clip of the news lady talking to, I think she was a pianist, this little girl, blind pianist or something to do with music. And the news lady was is there anything you can't do? And then the girl was see? I thought that was pretty funny. Some examples of inclusion are getting fair treatment from others, so non-discrimination.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, that's
right?
a revolutionary concept.
Really, it
Yeah.
is.
Making products, communications, and the physical environment more usable to as many people as possible, which is also called universal design.
Like ramps and chairlifts and elevators.
Yes.
Yeah, they're super cool.
Yeah, they are.
And we have a project right now in SIA, and I think we're going to interview Kate for a second. Yeah. So, basically.
Look forward to that, I guess.
Yeah. Eventually, we're just
fun
going to.
teaser. Kate is making her project is titled "Where the Sidewalk Ends," and it's a really great name.
Sorry, that's a great name.
That's a really good name.
But so the goal of I'm not positive on the details of her goal, but basically she's trying to make the sidewalks and trails more accessible in our community, which would be accessible to both wheelchair users as well as people that do walk.
Yeah. So that's the other.
Use wheelchairs.
That's another important thing is that accessibility is both for the disabled and also the abled because look outside, and if you see a place where there's no sidewalk, that means that people can't walk there completely safely.
Yeah.
And so don't think that being accessible or having accessibility is just for disabled people, because you also need it unless you want to walk on grass or bike on the grass. So
risk getting hit by a car.
Yeah, or risk getting hit by a car. So it's for everyone, and that's
so everyone
super
wins.
Cool. Yeah, it's everyone wins.
There is no possible way that you can lose from a situation like
There's
this.
no way you can make something accessible, but then not have
Benefit.
Everyone
disabled
benefit.
people
benefit
not,
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because yes, stairs are great, but ramps are generally easier to walk up. So elderly people who are a bit less
Able
limber
of
in the
the
knees,
leg.
yeah, a little bit less able, but still able to like completely walk and all that, don't have as hard a time going up the stairs. So it's nice to have a ramp because A, everyone loves a good ramp, and B, everyone can use a ramp.
So at the end of this tangent, two more examples of inclusion are modifying items, procedures, or systems to enable a person with a disability to use them to the maximum extent possible, which is called reasonable accommodation, and eliminating the belief that people with disabilities are unhealthy or less capable of doing things.
And that is called stigma or stereotypes,
And that's bad.
which we talked about in our our episode that was unpacking our biases.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did talk about that. Yeah, don't think that anyone is less capable of you or than you, because they generally aren't. Because what happens is if someone is disabled, they've probably found a way around it, and that's more than you've done.
Yep.
So
Dang,
if they,
that was kind of like an offhanded.
I mean, it is an offhanded slander at anyone that isn't disabled, which includes all of us, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, don't assume that someone with a disability is like less than you, because they are figuring out how to do what you do without all the tools that you have. It's like if you're trying to build a table with like only wooden nails, but you don't have a hammer, and so you're just beating in nails with your shoe.
I was
But
thinking
you
with
have a
a
hammer
fist.
and they don't, and they figured out a way to make their shoe into a hammer, and you didn't. You're just using the tools that you were given. So be aware of that. It's always good to be like
Not biased.
aware. Yeah, aware
Yeah.
and not biased.
Unbiased.
Unbiased.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a word for it.
As we're like nearing the end of this episode,
I'm Emerson Elledge.
I'm Casey Alexander.
and I'm Mina Well, and we have been at your service. Do we have a joke for this
Let's
episode?
not joke about disabilities.
No. I'm just gonna look up generic jokes.
Oh, okay.
That
Best
works.
Jokes.
Did you seriously just look up best jokes?
Yes.
Yes, you did.
All right, number 1 on the list. What's the best thing about Switzerland?
What?
I don't know, but the flag's a big plus.
Ha. Ha.
Oh, come on, that was funny.
That's pretty good.